fucking question comes up like, what you want? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I feel like I'm the fucking bougie bitch because I'll be like, yo, what I want, I'm not going to ask you to buy because it costs too much fucking money. It costs, listen, what I truly want right now is going to be like, one of the things I want is going to be like $2,000. What I actually want is going to be, what I actually want is going to be like 15. So it's kind of like, yo, that's when I've resulted your shit. Like, I'll be happy with this, and this. Go pick me up a video game. You know, give me some. It's going to be a good day. Everybody, welcome to another episode of the Important to West podcast. And as always, we got DeLaw here.
You got DeLaw, the head coach, the assistant coach of the Green Belt.
No, he ain't there. Yo, I don't even think he coached for that team. He don't even know the fucking mascot.
I think we're the Dragons.
The Dragons.
Well, you know, because when I coached at Mount Oak, we were the Saints. You know, when I coached for my uncle's team, Jehovah Christian Ministries, we were, I want to say, the Warriors. This is my look. I've been with the team for 2 weeks. I don't even know them little niggas' names. I just be like, hey, you, come here, move here.
All right, so we got DeLaw. Don't know who their names are. Double son-in-law. You got me, Wes. Just trying to facilitate all of this.
And look, like my wife asked me, she said, so how do you think you played? I said, you want me to tell you from a fan perspective or from a coach perspective?
From a coach perspective.
And she was like, whichever one you want. I said, I'll tell you from mine. I said, we played like pure trash.
Yeah.
You know, we scored 10 points. By the time we scored, the other team already had 9. You know, we didn't. In the weirdest thing, and I was telling my old supervisor is the head coach, so he asked me to come on board with him. And I was telling him, I was like, you know, I said they're getting all hyped up, and he's like, well, at least we don't have to. I said, I wasn't a very big let's get hyped coach.
Mm-hmm.
We went there. Here's the game plan. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They all, they get on hype. They get on hype. Man, as soon as the ball tipped off and that team scored their first 2 points in the first 5-10 seconds of the game, they all went out the window. I was like, Lord.
Yo, I remember one time, this was like one of the games, one of the only games my mom had came to, and our asses got blown out by, who we get blown out by? I forget the team. But the motherfucker, I forget the team. I was just like, damn, this had to be the one game my mom come to. And here my mom. I'm in the car. They just seemed like they was more aggressive and they wanted it more than y'all. And I wanted to, that was the first time I wanted to say, yo, you need to mind your business.
But you know what you didn't say?
I ain't say shit. I said that shit under my breath. I said that shit as I went to bed last night. She need my motherfucking business.
These little motherfuckers. I mean, and not to call them little motherfuckers because they're good kids, and we got a couple kids that's never. This is their first year playing basketball, so they're still getting accustomed to it.
First year,
11 and under.
Oh, it's 11 and under.
11 under.
Nah.
So imagine
first year organized.
First year organized. So imagine it's your first year organized. You have my old supervisor who is.
No, I don't understand that. First year organized.
Yeah. Right. So you got your head coach, former Georgetown player, played with Alonzo Moore and played with AI. You got me, who I've coached at high school level, middle school level, girls, boys, mixed. I done played throughout my whole life. I have a nose and knowledge of the game. You got 2 guys who know what they're doing. You got a bunch of kids. You got 2 solid kids who could really hoop, who won't even focus enough to learn from us. Then you got the rest of them. As soon as a butterfly go flying, there's no butterflies in the wintertime. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh shit! You see that shit? Like, we try to win games, or we just here to have fun? Like,
I mean,
and I don't want to tell the kids like, look, I ain't, because we're not supposed to, according to the code of conduct.
You ain't supposed to what?
Tell them, I ain't here to lose no games. I'm here to, we here to win.
This is what you say. None of us here is to waste our. None of us are here to waste our time. Mm-hmm. That is a way of skirting around. I'm not here to lose no fucking games.
Right. Not to no team that is better than us.
You should not be here to lose no games.
Right.
Do you know how well your life can be in middle school if you win games?
Yeah.
You got to be able to skirt around their, a way or skirt around the things you ain't supposed to say to pique their interest. Right. Because we all know you winning games and how you get treated in school. Yeah. The stories you hear, I'm not saying, but you get what I mean.
Because they could have easily got DeLaw, the devil's son-in-law, yesterday, and it wouldn't have been good. I'd have been like, "Look, you can't." They went on yet, but man, you can't even come back.
You can't do these. You can't say this.
But I kept it. Just DeLaw. You won't believe what happened to me.
I'm sure I won't. Camera's still fucking up. I don't know why. I did the update.
Man. Oh, man. Lord.
You had to fight someone? You had to fight someone?
No. I had to. So, a person.
Uh-huh.
I'm not against women. I'm not against the feminist movement.
So here we go.
I think the feminist movement is the dumbest shit ever. The feminist movement has created these modern women who don't like men, and they want all men to be women so that they can like them. And it's crazy. But, Lord, I don't even know where to start. I'll just start from the beginning. So I was told at my job by the young lady there that I was displaying toxic masculinity.
Yeah, no. Someone told you that at the job?
Yeah, you're displaying toxic masculinity. And I said, why you say that? Because you're doing things that are toxic. I said, so what did I do? Well, I was telling you about my boyfriend, and
lady, I don't even want to hear this shit now. It's like, nah.
I was telling you about my boyfriend, and you told me that he wasn't wrong for telling me about myself. I said, because he wasn't. I said,
so my whole thing is talking. Go ahead, I'll let you finish the story.
He wasn't. He told you you're being a brat, you're being ungrateful, you're being this, and you were. I said, at the end of the day, if I was back in the dating pool, who dealing with that shit?
Right.
I said, at the end of the day, you out here expecting him to give you diamond and gold, all you got is the pussy.
You didn't say that. Okay. That's another situation. That's an HR call at that point.
Yeah, that's an HR call. But pretty much I said, all you have to offer is sex that you've given to other guys. That's what I thought. That's how I just said it. So you can't be mad that he's ready to move on and he don't want you. So what's the issue? Well, you didn't hear my side of it. He hit me. So why'd you stay? Well, because I thought it was just one time. I said, well, you're dumb for that. Well, he's like 20 years older than me. So why are you dating?
Whoa.
Crazy. I'm like, why? So once he said that, I was like, well, why are you dating a 20-year-old then you die? Oh, well, gosh, there's no good guys out there. I said, there probably is.
Yo, shut the fuck up. Yo.
There probably is. I said, you just think they're lame. You think they boring. They don't fit your swag.
I don't understand how a 20-year-old man does. If that's the case. Hold on. So first of all, yo, you gotta back this up just a smidge. You told she didn't. Okay, she was acting like a brat.
Mm-hmm.
Her defense was you didn't hear my part.
I didn't tell you my part. I didn't validate her part.
I didn't validate my part. Her part. You didn't tell it. You don't know the whole story. He hit me.
But she tells me that after the fact. She didn't tell me that when she really told me the story. I was like,
what was her part again?
That
I forgot. You told us last time we talked.
That he put his hands on her. Pretty much what she said.
No. Before you found that out, you told me this last time we talked that she was a brat. What was the reason you said she was a brat again?
What was it? That was a long time ago. No. So this is a different guy. It's not.
Hold up. No. Hold up. We've had this conversation, like this. I've heard this before.
Oh, but that was a different person.
So another person,
yeah,
got called a brat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did she get called a brat? And why she get brat?
Because the guy, she said. So what I gather from it, she wouldn't tell me the whole thing. I gathered she was asking for too much. How come you don't take me out no more? How come you don't do this? Like, you got me now. We just sitting out, like, just being like a brat. Like, I get it. You want to go out. You want to do this. But have you ever asked him? And I said, did you ever ask him what's going on? Do you care about his emotional well-being? Maybe something's going on. He just wants to talk to somebody. Right now, he's just not emotionally there to be trying to support you in whatever bullshit you going through.
Yeah.
Well, why does it matter? Like, I'm supposed to be the main thing for him. Like, why? Like, I get it. He goes through stuff and I listen to him, but like who really cares? I'm like, well, that's
she said, who really cares?
Who really cares? And that was verbatim.
That's why you called him a brat. I mean, that's why you call her a brat.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds like brat shit.
It sounds like brat shit. And so then she's like, well, he hit me. I said, oh, okay. Well,
why she throw that out there did she throw it out there casually or
just kind of casually, like, well, she said, you don't know the whole story about all of it and how I've been trying to support him and, blah, blah, blah. But he done hit me a couple of times. I said, okay, then lead off with that.
Yeah.
Lead off with that. You're trying to justify your attitude based on.
It sounds like first time hearing what it sounds like is that she wasn't getting the response she was getting. So she was like, victim. Well, he hit me. He's been hitting me. And it's just kind of like, and not granted, I take it.
I'm not for guys hitting women.
I'm not either. But how old is this woman?
Just to protect the innocent, we'll say 30. So her little boo.
I mean, we don't know her. We gotta know her.
But her boo thing is like 50, 60, somewhere around that age range. She said 20 years. I don't know how old the motherfucker is. So that when she said he was he was like 60. So I'm assuming she's around.
I'm only asking her because it's kind of like, you have the wherewithal. You should have the wherewithal and the experience. I would assume at that age that it'd be like, you know what, this ain't cool. No man should be putting his hands on me.
Right.
And in my experience, usually the brats are usually the ones that start putting their hands on you first.
Now this is the kicker. Now, this was the part that got me. Now, mind you, she from Prince Georgia. She from Suitland or whatever. And I was like,
shout out to Suitland.
Yeah, shout out to Suitland. I said, so, come in my head, I'm like, y'all were just talking about getting married. And I'm like, how y'all just gonna all of a sudden just break up like that? Like, what the nigga do? She's like, well, he's not a nigga, he's a white man. I said, oh Lord.
Yo, you're so stupid, Jan. You're so stupid. I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that. And
it wasn't that I wanted to stereotype the white dude, because we always see the TV shows and movies where the white dudes be old as shit, messing with them young Jays and just smacking them around. And I was just, that's what popped in my head when he said, I was like, are you serious? I'm like, so let me get this straight. You got men your age and you go for the old wrinkly white dick? Like, come on. Like, make it make sense. I said, and I told her, your first mistake was.
I try to get a straight face. Yo, okay, hold on. All right, I'm gonna do it. Straight face. So, hold up. Goddamn. Hold up. So,
see, I can't see your face because your screen's frozen.
Right, yeah, my shit fucked up.
I can imagine what it looks like.
So, hold up. So, Why? Okay, what was the kicker? She said that part, but the times that do you know the times that he put hands on her for?
No, look, that was my first time hearing it.
Come on, it's just I'm not adding up. No man should be putting their hands on a woman. I'm not. That's not the part that's not adding up. The part that's not adding up is why are you still there? Usually, someone is being abused. They don't tell you. Someone else to say someone's being abused. I would assume, and from my I don't have that much experience in it because I ain't doing the abusing, and I really don't know too many women that have been abused. I know some. They don't exhibit brat behavior and stay with the guy. They
Well, I think because remember I talked about the little 21-year-old messing with the dude from the other state.
Yeah.
This one, I think she has kids by him.
The older guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then she got like 2 kids by the nigga. Well, I'm sorry, by the white guy.
Oh my gosh.
So, and mind you, I don't have no kids except for my stuff. I don't know how it is for women when you're in that sort of relationship and you got kids. I don't know if it is hard to leave or if you don't want to leave because
no. The thing is, you said that she said, yeah, he got feelings or he probably dealing with stuff, but who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think someone is getting abused? That sounds like something that they would say.
I put it this way. I think it would be something that someone would say that's fed up.
With not the abuse and stuff like that, like you can't keep saying that that's the reason why you're doing it.
Yeah,
I got that. I can understand that. Yeah.
So she's fed up because she was like, yeah, blah blah blah, and so pretty much from what I gather from her is that he's moved out.
He left the house.
Yeah, he left the house.
Uh-huh.
And now they're selling the house because they live together.
Uh-huh.
And so, that's why when she said it and she was all right, well, clearly you guys are broken. He finally left. But in my head, I'm like, so you got 2 kids by this dude. You are selling your house. Y'all about to get married. So now I guess, now you're not getting married no more. You're like, man, fuck that nigga. Fuck this, fuck that, blah, blah. Because now you're fed up.
Mm-hmm.
But not once did you think, okay, well, how do I do better in this relationship? Like, to me, what it always sounded like was, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me. And you already know this dude's been married once. So if you never asked him, well, how did your last relationship end? Like there's questions you got to ask him there.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounded to me that it was about her. And when he had something on his mind that he wanted to say, and she's like, man, she decided, man, fuck your feelings, nigga. It got to a point where maybe he did touch her up, which was wrong. It's just completely wrong.
Definitely.
But if you're in a relationship with somebody and they can't feel like they can talk to you, eventually they're going to explode. Black, white, Asian, don't matter who it is, man or woman. If I don't talk to my wife and get her to come out and say what was on her mind, she's gonna blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's the reality of it. And even when me telling my wife, I said, look, you can't, every time I tell you something, you can't say, well, it's funny how you say this, but you do this, and this. No, that is not what the issue is. Like, if anytime he told you something, did you say that? Well, I mean, he talking about I did this, but that's what I said. But once again,
so everything was it's not good communication. It's combative communication.
Combative communication, because now, you're attacking me, so now I'm gonna tell you what you did to piss me off. Like, it's like,
so not taking criticism basically or accountability. That thing that it's so elusive for some people and the majority of those people are women. So elusive that accountability. Oh my gosh! If goodness forbid I tell you like, hey, this is something I don't like that you're doing. Mm-hmm. How could you tell me that? I'm doing everything right. I'm perfect.
Right. And that's how they think of it. And then when you hear them talk about he thought he was perfect. He thought he did everything right. Well, what did he do wrong? Well, he
Here's
did
the thing: if you don't never tell me I'm doing something wrong, I'm gonna think I'm doing everything right.
Yeah.
And that's why I always tell my wife, I'm like, yo, don't have me feeling like I'm doing everything right, because I'm actually doing something wrong, because that's the number one thing that my pet peeve is that I hate, like smiling, thinking I got shit going on, I'm this, and this, and all the while you sitting in the corner struggling and shit. And it could be something that I could change, like at that drop of a hat, and then you happy again. I would hate for my wife or my wife, because when you're talking about any other woman, I wait for my wife to feel like I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do, or to make, not to make her happy, but just to make sure that she's comfortable being my wife. You know what I mean? Like the other happiness shit, some of that shit I can't control. Like I can't, you know what I mean? Like the other stuff that I can't control, I can't control. That's what it is. That is what it is. But outside of that, yeah. I would love to do any and everything.
So this is when I became the devil's son-in-law on the back half of this conversation. So she said, well, this 2025 is going to be, working on me. I said, okay, that's cool.
Working on you is a never-ending thing.
Right. So here's what I said. So what are you going to work on? And she just looks at me like, what? I said, yeah, what are you going to work on? I mean, working on you, what are you going to work on? You can't just say work on you and not have a goal of what you're going to work on. Oh, well, my attitude. What about your attitude? What do you mean? My attitude as a whole? I said, well, what if your attitude is good? My mouth. Well, what's going on with your mouth? Like how to keep things to myself. I said, why you want to keep things to yourself? Like it was just, at that point, she had already pissed me off by calling me toxic masculinity, that I just want to be a pure asshole.
Yeah. And so just for that, I'm gonna make you think twice about what the hell you done said. And hopefully I send you home more confused than you already are, because you a confused motherfucker. Right. I've done that. I was like, oh, we're gonna break down your shit today.
Right. Because you know what? Because let it have been me. That's the question somebody would have asked me. I'm like, so what's wrong with your attitude?
Well, what does that mean to you? Like, because attitude is a broad term. That, like, what about your attitude? Is it good? Is it bad? Like, oh, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this all the way. And then I'm gonna show you that you just saying stuff and you have no plans.
Right.
To actually to do it.
You just saying something that's going to sound good, because when you go out and you start messing with other dudes, well, I don't want to be with nobody. I'm just working on myself. Well, bitch, what you working on? Like, how long does it take you to work on yourself? Did you go to counseling? Did you do this? Well, no, I don't believe in. Okay, well, cool. That's fine. So you said you're going to work on your mouth, but at what point did you talk to somebody about why you do all this? I'm gonna tell you why you just spitting shit out your mouth just to hurt somebody's feelings? Well, if they hurt my feelings, I gotta hurt this. Well, then you obviously
that's being, you need to work. If that's the case, one thing is you need to work on is being vindictive. Mm-hmm. That is clearly right there.
Right.
Listen, the fact that I said that working on yourself should be a never-ending thing. Anytime I'm talking to any of the homies or whoever have you, or even family members, and they ask that stuff, I can, without hesitation, tell you all the things I need to work on, because it's constantly smacking me in the face. Right. Like I either caused some harm in some way because I did it, or said it, or not acting accordingly, or whatever. Like, that's how some people need. All people need to live that way. Be aware of your shortcomings. The only way you're going to get better, and they don't become shortcomings. You might overcome that. You don't have that flaw anymore. You don't have that bad habit. But a lot of people like paying that lip service shit. Like, oh, I'm going to work on it. This, and that. Oh, they made me go back to the old me. They made me do this, and this. Or I'm going back to, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, nah, you're choosing to.
Yeah, because I'll say this, like for women, and I'm not gonna say men aren't the same way, but for a lot of
men are definitely the same way.
I'm not saying they aren't, but you hear from women, they made me go up. Well, like even my wife, like she almost brought the bitch out of me. I said, well, how did she do that? Well, because she was asking me these questions and she knew I didn't know the answer. I said, why didn't you know the answer? Because they didn't train me on it. I said, okay, I mean, I get that, but how are they going to bring something out of you? And she's just like, you know what? Never mind. Don't even want to talk about it. I said, oh, I'm just asking because you're telling me they're about to do this. They're about to almost bring this out, which means that now you're going to bring this home. So I need to know, what am I preparing for? I mean, I know dudes that be like, man, you know, I went out to the bar and this dude kept challenging me. So man, he brought the old me. I had to smash it. I'm like, I get it. Everybody has that moment, but I feel like women, like they always say, dudes got short fuse. I feel like women have no fuse.
Yeah, women have no fuse. You know what's crazy about that whole what we're talking about now? Like today, I was thinking because I was talking to one of my homegirls about some stuff, and it was kind of like she made a statement about. She didn't make a statement. It was just like a comment, like, you know, I'm just trying not to be that way this year, and this is like the same whole thing, like the old me or what I'm trying to not do is this and that. And I thought about it. I'm like, I think sometimes with certain people, they run into a wall when they get in the mindset of like, and I'm still fleshing this out. I just thought about it today. They get into the mindset of like, yo, I'm trying to not be the old me, but you gotta recognize. I feel like you need to acknowledge what makes you that way, and don't change that you are that way, but change what you do when that moment or that feeling comes about. Because if that is who you are, like,
then that's who you are.
That's who you are. However, I'm still fleshing it out, so that's why it sounds like a bunch of whatever. If that's who you are, that's who you are.
Mm-hmm.
However, okay, I give you a better example. This is probably the best way to explain this. Tupac. I know I'm going to the left field with this shit. Tupac. Side note, before I get to the Tupac shit, we got robbed of a Tiny Desk Tupac situation. Think about how dope that would have been. We would have got some poetry. We would have got some thug ass shit. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Hey, look, I'd have said the same thing about Big.
Yeah.
But before you finish your story, I'm gonna say this. The Tiny Desk, I'm not saying this for people who are trying to revitalize a career or they're on tour or something. But by that point, I don't think they would have been too interested in doing Tiny Desk because they, you know, everyone that's done it has been like, well, they came out like, I'm sorry, they made mainstream in like 99, 2000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tupac and Big, 92. You know, if I saw Nas on Tiny Desk, all right, but Wu-Tang is the only ones from that Biggie and Tupac era that I've seen on there, and they didn't even have all of Wu-Tang. They had the Wu-Tang part that wasn't Method Man.
Right. The only reason why I say Tupac is because his range as far as talent and creativity was so vast that he could have been doing some poetry. He could have been doing new poetry that we never heard of. He would have been reciting some of this stuff as poetry. Might have been. This is, you know, we don't know what Tupac would have done, but that's how I envision the shit. We would have got some poetry. We would have got some raps. We would have got some thought-provoking stuff. We would have got, you know, he might have showed up in all black. And then they had the, you know, Black Panther's whole situation. Like, that's what I'm saying. But that's
I mean, I think they more or less robbed us of a Tupac Biggie, well, not Tupac Biggie, but them individually, if they did squash their beef, of a front porch before a Tiny Desk.
Tupac definitely would have jumped on that front porch.
Hell yeah, you would have.
Yeah.
Look, and if Big was still alive, or, you know, he's like, hey, man, that shit popping. Like, I'm about to drop an album. Let me go out here.
Yo, it would have been Juicy Part 2 because he would have, like, did it in front of the same brownstone.
Yeah.
Boom. But, okay, let me go back to my...
But you get the...
Yeah.
But back to your far left point.
Yeah, my far left point. So, Tupac, for example, like, you had the conscious Tupac, you had the gangster rap Tupac, you had the actors. Like, those are different aspects of that man. Those were different aspects of that man. Mm-hmm. Some people was like, well, you don't know if he was really this, he was really that. He was all of those things. No matter what you know, defining him to like, oh, he had to be one of those things, so the other stuff must not have been real, because you hear that argument sometimes with this and that. I feel like that's the same thing that all of us have to kind of tap into. Like, yo, if you know you can be a hothead, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Learn when it's time for that, because sometimes when it's time for that, you know that's the motherfucker you want in your corner. Like, all right, it is time for this nigga because he's one. Like, let's just say we all out and about. my homie, he acting cool until it's time not to act cool. But this is the nigga I want in my corner when it's time for things to be not cool. I am now starting to think like, yo, learn how to harness what that is. Learn how to respect people when you're interacting with them. Not to say that you can't change those habits, but learn and acknowledge that you got that shit in you. Use it for good and not evil. Like great responsibility, great power, great response. That bullshit. Like not bullshit, but you get what I mean. Like that type of shit. Haven't fleshed that whole thought out, but I was just thinking like, well, shit, motherfucker, you've been saying this for years. You don't have to. Obviously, I ain't gonna say obviously you can't do it, but obviously you're missing what you're supposed to be doing, which is probably just treating people with respect. That's what I'm trying to get at. So that's what I was saying as far as like her saying that when you was like you was being a complete asshole, like I'm gonna work on me and this and that. Sometimes I'm just like, when it comes to certain things, like that shit first starts with acknowledgement and just kind of lean into the positiveness of that, and then you'll eat. What I'm thinking, you'll be able to stop that negativity because you see that you can still be yourself and it could come out in a positive outcome, have a positive outcome.
Because that's how I see it. It's like if in the long run, and not that I appreciate that dude beating on it, because no,
I shouldn't have.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? But to not acknowledge what also you've done wrong, to me, you know, and there's nothing in my mind that my wife could do to me for me to hit her. But I can also tell you she does a lot of stuff to me that makes me very irritated, in that she knows she's wrong for, but until I say something she doesn't know. And then you say, well, what do I care about his feelings? Like, you know, saying he's a man. He, you know, it's like, no, that's not what we do.
Basically, you shouldn't have that mentality.
Right. No,
because you wouldn't want us to have that mentality about you or just women in general.
Right. Because if that nigga said, I take care of all the bills here, so how about you cook, clean, fucking shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
You're going to be all in your feelings. And then when you don't do it and he put his fist in your face, you're going to be like, well, why'd you hit me? Bitch, I told you what to do. You know, and so you don't want that. And we don't want to feel like our feelings aren't secure to you about or valid. Because that's what we all run across, is that when something bothers us and we say something to you about it, next thing we know is you're turning it on us and we're apologizing for making you feel bad because we felt bad. Like, when is that? Like, come on. Like, it don't make no sense.
Yeah. Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Question to you. Have you been paying it forward? You know, like your taxes, if you get what I mean. Have you been paying it forward?
Nigga, I better get shit back on my motherfucking taxes. But what I do get, it normally goes to my wife.
That's not what I'm saying. Have you been paying it forward in the regards of like, yo, I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing in this marriage. That Valentine's Day should just be a layup.
I always pay for it, sort of.
Okay. Smart guy.
Look, this should be a layup. She was just asking me what I want to do. I said, look, babe, at the end of the day, as long as I get to spend time with you, it don't matter what we do.
Why you lie to that woman like this?
Hey.
You know what you want.
Yeah, I know I want that cheek in the mouth, but still, you. Remember, we had this conversation almost 2-3 years ago that men can't say what men want to say, because if we say it that way, because we didn't say it a different way, they don't want to do it.
Yeah. Every time that fucking question comes up, like, what you want? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I feel like I'm the fucking bougie bitch, because I'll be like, yo, what I want, I'm not going to ask you to buy because it costs too much fucking money. It costs, listen, what I truly want right now is going to be like, one of the things I want is going to be like $2,000. What I actually want is going to be, what I actually want is going to be like 15. So it's kind of like, yo, that's when I result to your shit. Like, I'll be happy with this, and this. Go pick me up a video game, you know, give me some, It's gonna be a good day.
All I ask for, whatever I ask for, is free.
Nah,
all she gotta do is just not make sure her jaw get locked up.
Nah. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that it has to be monetary, but this is one of the few and rare situations where it's just like, yo, I could request something of you without feeling like whatever. So yeah, I'm going to request something.
Stop lying.
And usually, and I'm not. And usually I'm requesting like, yo, a video game and shit. Like shit, earlier on in me and my wife's relationship before we got married and shit, she had asked me what I wanted for. It was something. You know what I told her? I said, yo, give me the new Travis Scott joint, Birds in the Trap. And it was Birds in the Trap, same Ignite. Or Birds in the Trap. I forgot. Remember, the original title was going to be Birds in the Trap, same Brian McKnight or some shit like that, but it was Birds in the Trap. And another, I forget another joint, maybe a Dom Kennedy joint. And that was going to be it. I'm like, yo, I don't really be wanting nothing for real. It's the fact for me as a man, like, yo, we don't get gifts like that. So why not let it be something that I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to use this shit. I'm going to listen to this shit forever. You know what I mean? Not no stupid shit like, oh, give me a wallet. Like, what if I did the woman shit? Give me a wallet. Give me the new J's. I'm going to kill them J's. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to have them forever.
You gave me a good idea. I'm going to ask her for a blanket with my name on it that actually fits me.
A what?
So for Christmas, I asked her for a blanket. And this is why.
Don't. Yeah, I remember the story. The blanket don't fit. Do not bring that up with her. Do not say, give me a blanket that fits because it's going to make her feel like wolf.
No, look, I'm to a point now in my marriage. And I think she's gotten to that point too where if it ain't right, it ain't right.
Nah, I hear you.
Because she'll be like, look, and I told her, I said, if I had brought you a too small blanket like that, you'd have looked at me like, damn, and you fucked that up.
Right, like you don't really love me because you ain't take the due diligence to pay attention to see the size. Like that's
I wouldn't even have sent it back. I'd have just brought another one that was bigger.
Yeah.
And came in just to appease it. But she brought that for me 2 years ago. I ain't got no new blanket. That means, do you love me? Do you love me for real?
That's not gonna work. Yeah, yo. For the sake of the pod, so we're gonna have a story. You do that. You do that. And we'll follow up. We'll follow up.
Hopefully she don't say she want to uncouple.
Yeah. We'll follow up. But shit, I'm trying to see what new games come out. So whatever's out right about now, I ask her to get it for me or some shit.
I tell my wife all the time when she, what do you want for Valentine?
Thanksgiving? What I want for Thanksgiving is macaroni.
But I tell her, I'm like, look, I don't, like I told her, I said, I would never ask nobody for something that I know I can't afford.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if all I know that is I can give you dick and give you some cunnilingus, hey, that's what I can give you. So if that's good enough for me, it's good enough for you.
True indeed.
So now we're at a point where, well, what do we want to do? So do we want to go and get dinner? So now it becomes what do we want to do? Do we want to go and get dinner? Mind you, it ends up being...
Yo, y'all actually be doing dinner on Valentine's Day?
We do, yeah.
I hate that shit, man.
So, and it's my fault that I fucked it up. I fucked it up this time. So I took her somewhere for Valentine's Day, but I also cooked for her. Now, what I didn't compensate for was I made jambalaya. And jambalaya was good. But I forgot that you got to separate the shit. So now
we talked about this. The rice got to be separate from the...
Right. So when I say separate, so you still want the rice to have the flavor of the stuff. So you still stew it in the tomatoes and stuff like that. But everything else you can put in a different sauce and boom, and just put it over it. I did it all together. I was like, man, I ain't got time to wait for all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, also, could I made the rice on the side and then did the whatever Yeah, I could have, but that's not jambalaya. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much some shit over rice, which
I wonder if the key to, I know we're getting on a tangent here. The key is to have that stew juice broth shit, a little bit of that separate. So when the original shit dry out, you can kind of just, pour a little bit in there, whisk it up a little bit, warm it up, boom.
yeah, probably. Well,
I don't know. I'm just saying things. I don't know.
Here's what I'm planning for this Valentine's. I'm gonna make gumbo.
Okay.
Okay. So that means I do gotta buy some crab meat. I gotta buy some mussels and oysters because I'm gonna make it a seafood check. So I'm gonna make it. I gotta buy some chicken thighs. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
After that, pretty much everything's easy. The hardest part is picking out the stuff out the crab meat, the shells and shit. That's the hardest part of the whole thing. But making the roux, getting your onions and peppers, making sure you do all that. Boom, put the little, and make sure if you decide to do this, make sure you get a good seafood broth that you can pour in there to get the whole thing going. Boom, boom. Once it gets thick, throw your stuff in there. Put your rice on the side. Now I will do jambalaya again. I am going to do jambalaya again. I'm not going to say I won't. And I might have enough money. I might could just do both. Make a pot of rice. Here's gumbo. Here's jambalaya. Which one you want, babe? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see how it all plays itself out. But that's the plan. I got a month to go to figure all this out.
No, you don't.
I do.
Oh yeah, you do.
I got a month.
Yeah.
I got 3.5 weeks.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I got time. I got 2 paychecks between now and then to buy this shit to whatever. But I've really been bothered about is that how all these fucking companies got these lump crab meat crab cakes, and all I can find is the shit that I get.
Right.
I want my crab meat to look like that with the lump crab meat in that motherfucker tasting good. All the good lump parts are all on the top, and after you dig through it, it's just a little stringy meat and shit. Like, come on, where the fuck they get that shit from?
I don't know. I don't crab meat like that.
No, I might just have to order some from Jimmy Seafood.
So listen to this story.
All right.
My wife wants to travel without luggage for Valentine's. I don't. So off the rip, before I even tell you the story, why do you think the reason is the wife wants to travel without luggage?
Because she wants to spend my goddamn money.
Ding, ding, ding. So that's what I thought. But apparently that's not what she says. Let's read.
She don't want to take a shower and have her coochie stinging?
I don't know. We are here's how this shit go. We are a married couple. I'm 30, she 30. 30 for 30. They both 30. We were planning a trip on Valentine's Day to Europe from London, where we stay. My wife chose Vienna and a flight with Ryanair or Ryanair. Ryanair priced at £60 each. That must be the Spirit of that area. She suggested we should take that flight for a 4-day trip. The flight doesn't include any luggage with cabin luggage. The flight is worth $120 each, and she said we can manage without the luggage. She says she wants to experience traveling for a cheap amount and doesn't want to spend too much. For context, we are high earners and we live way below our means, so this is not due to budget constraint. I suggested that we should at least be able to take some cabin baggage, as I don't like traveling without clothes, especially on a 4-day trip. We got into an argument and now she won't talk to me. I told her I wouldn't want to go for a trip if this is how we're going to be traveling. So to me, that does sound like an okie doke. Like, we ain't gonna go with some stuff, and then I'm gonna miraculously be like, I need the Gucci store is here. Can we stop in here and it is Valentine's Day. She just
think about where they're going. They're going to Italy.
No, Italy. Vienna's in Italy, is it? Vienna's Austria, right, or some shit like that, right?
I thought Vienna was Italy.
See, is it?
I don't know.
Look that up. We both definitely said 2 different fucking countries.
Yeah, you know what? Austria.
Yeah. I knew it was something like that.
I don't know why I thought it was Italy, but yeah, it's
Venice is probably what you're talking about.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
See, look, that's how you know I don't read enough. Look, in my head, I was spelling it out, and I spelled Venice. I ain't spelled Vienna.
Yeah.
Vienna sausage.
Yo, I'm automatically thinking like, yeah, this is a okie doke. Or she planning to kill him?
Well,
on Valentine's Day. I mean, like it will be easier. Like, yo, I ain't got paid as much money. This, and that. Blah blah blah. That's the morbid this and me thinking. But yeah, that just sounds like you know how like say in the song like yo don't pack no bags. We just gonna go because we gonna pick up clothes wherever we at. Like that's what that sounds like to me. I don't know that doing that on Valentine's Day. It just sounds like that guy will be setting himself up.
Well, here's what I'll say. It's not a bad thing on her part. So, for every dollar in the U.S., every U.S. dollar, that's like 13 Australian, whatever they have.
Australian?
Sorry, not Australian. Austrian. Whatever their currency is.
Right.
Okay. So for one, it's like for every 7 cents we have, it's $1 for them, give or take. If she is trying to finesse it, she's doing a horrible job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's doing a horrible job. Like, oh, well, let's go without. And I get the idea of, well, it's going to cost too much for this and this, but at least take some underclothes. I mean, take some underclothes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take a second pair of jeans, another shirt. Like, look, it's a 4-day trip. Don't spill no shit on your shit, and make sure you just take enough underclothes. But no, it does sound like the okie doke where it's like, oh well, you know, we can.
I need some shoes. My feet hurt.
But in her defense, shit might be cheap over there.
Yo, here's the thing. They don't. It's not even like he said, and I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you have come across this yet, or this whole string of sentences I'm about to say. He said they high earners, so it's not the budget thing. So it ain't even the fact of shit being cheap.
I mean,
it could be it could be one of those things where he just wants her to stop spending money, or they don't have space and where they're staying. So it could be one of those things where it's like, yo, take some of the stuff that you got with you, because every time we go to places, you keep buying shit. And then sending the shit back home is crazy. In her head, she's like, well, I can get ahead of that if I can just buy shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. It could literally be one of those situations, because there's no way on a 4 fucking day trip I'm just going to be buying drawers wherever I'm at. I don't want to do that. you know how crazy that sounds? Whoa. I ain't taking no luggage.
Look, I ain't gonna lie.
Hell nah. Just because it's $60?
Look,
no.
I'm put to you this way. For you to go to Vienna for 1 month will cost you just as much as to go to anywhere else for a week that's popular. Think about that.
So you leaving your clothes at home too? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know. I ain't saying that. But my coworker is looking for a trip to not Anguilla, but to Aruba. It's going to cost $2,100 just to go for like a couple of days, like 4 or 5 days. 10 days, obviously, it's going to be about 4,000 some change, and maybe a week will be about 6,000, or not a week, but like 2 weeks would be like 6,000. You're talking about a month would cost just as much as going for 2 weeks to Aruba. She might be on to something, because you might get some shit for the low over there. something just to, get a little book bag.
I feel like he's getting set up for the Valentine's okie doke.
Yeah, no, he definitely is.
It doesn't matter if it's for the low because they are high earners. It doesn't matter.
I mean, Austria is not really known for nothing except for what, their music, their culture. I mean, the culture over there. They're not known for too much.
I'm almost certain if I go and type in Austria high end shopping, there's some district where it's Gucci and Louis Vuitton on the strip.
Vienna, Austria, high end clothing. Here we go. All right.
I can't go for a damn right now.
Let's look at these prices here. Oh wait.
Nah, you just gotta go to the high-end boutiques.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and they don't have no prices up here. But other countries don't put no prices up.
No, we just need to know if there's an area where you can go and get your Dolce. Here it is, right here. Boom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. I'm already. I found it that fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was looking, I got it.
There's a Gucci there. There's a Fendi right there. Like, come on now.
Okay. Yeah. Damn. Wow.
Once was home to a large number of imperial and royal court purveyors. Today, the stores of big luxury brands line the street. The elegant Swiss watch and jewelry company Chopard has set up shop right at the start of the pedestrian zone. You got Dolce & Gabbana, Tiffany & Company, Ferragamo, Michael Kors, Burberry, Bulgari, Gucci, Fendi.
Dory or whatever it is, D-O-R-I-R, whatever it is.
Dior?
Dior. Yeah. All that, yeah.
Prada. He's getting set up. Giorgio Armani.
She tried to finesse. He's
getting set up. He's getting set up. Alexander McQueen, he's getting set up.
Because she was like, "Oh, let's go with no luggage. Oh, let's go to this."
I'm going to need luggage to bring this stuff back. Well, I can just go into the Gucci store, get some bags, and some carry-ons.
And but here's the other part of it. I'm not saying that she's right or wrong. Even though it might say 5,000 Turkish or Austrian, whatever they have.
Mm-hmm.
That's about $350. So it's about what they would have paid back home anyway after the currency exchange. Or it might be less.
Right.
It might be, it's only 1,000. And if it's only 1,000, you're looking at $50.
Listen, so it's not even the fact that the money. Of course, I'm throwing my own narrative out there because it's the podcast. Why wouldn't I throw my own narrative? I'm looking at it from a standpoint of since they both high earners, how we were talking about yesterday. She spends not yesterday, last episode. She spends all her money. He has to bail her out. Mm-hmm. She's looking for a way to actually get some extra shit in. I'm throwing my own narrative in. I'm spinning this my story. She's trying to figure out a way she can get some more stuff because to make it seem like she actually needs it by putting herself in a situation where she will need the stuff.
All right.
That's what I think is going on. I couldn't allow it. I'd be like, yo, we ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about it.
You know what? I'm put my own narrative.
No, I'll be like this. I'll be like, you know what I do? This is how petty I'll be. I'll be like, you know what? You don't have to bring any stuff. I'll bring some stuff. And you know what I would do? I would bring sensible stuff, but I'll pack some of her shit too. And she's not going to know. So in the event that she pulls this bullshit of, I don't have no shoe. I got you, shorty. Here you go. These shoes are comfortable. You always said these are comfortable. I took them out the closet. Oh, I ain't got no, here you go, shorty. Here's your shirts and this, and that. Boom, boom, boom. You good? You ain't even got to go over there. She won't be pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
She wanted a divorce right then and there. Because you want to know why? She's been using me for my money. She can't take care of her damn self because all she wants to do is spend. It's like you said. Mm-hmm. They're not satisfied until they have $5 in their account.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to tell you. let me show it.
Please don't show me that you got $5 in your account.
No, I got $5 in my account. So remember that liquor I told you I could never find?
Yeah.
That it eluded me?
Mm-hmm.
I found it.
What is that? What type of
This is Blanton's, the original single barrel bourbon whiskey. So each one of these is, obviously the horse is on it, and each underneath the bottom foot of this horse right here has a letter.
Mm-hmm.
It spells out Blanton's. So I have T. So Blanton's has a great marketing strategy.
You put all of them together, Captain Planet comes?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping. But everybody is looking for these letters. So I got T.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Blanton is spelled Blanton apostrophe S.
Mm-hmm.
So people search, because this is one of the hardest. This is one of the hardest bottles to find unless you go on their website.
Mm-hmm.
And even with that, they say, "Oh,
we don't know which one we want to ship you."
Right.
Don't be asking for a T.
Right. So this is one of the hardest bottles to find. And up the street from my house, they have it for $99. They originally had it for $150.
God damn.
And I said, man, fuck that. They dropped it to $99 because I think they got too many bottles of it and there ain't nobody buying it. So I'm like, shit, nigga. If I can get me another $99, I'm gonna buy me a second one, and that's gonna be the one I drink. But this one is untouchable. It's like a trade. It's untouchable.
Yeah. I didn't know people traded alcohol from different regions until when I was working at I ain't gonna say this guy's name. I can't say the company. My previous place of employment. He was telling me how he was into that type of shit, and he was closer to the Richmond side of Virginia. So sometimes he'll go to trade with people in North Carolina, or just with different people in Virginia. Like he was on this not blog, but like a Facebook group, and it was like, "Yo, you got the blah 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 blah. I'll trade you a case if you buy me a case of this, this, and this." And I'm like, "Damn, that is a good way to get shit from the local liquor stores at a reasonable price, because sometimes if you try to buy it online, they don't even ship it to you. They be like, nah, go to your local liquor store to get it. And it's like, well, shit, there's not that flavor or that whatever ain't sold here. I can't get it.
Now, what I will say about this bottle,
I think that's illegal, ain't it? You can't transfer. Now that I'm thinking about it, you can't transfer. Oh shit, I ain't say his name. So
So this bottle was bottled on September 30th, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
This bottle is registered number 58. And this came from barrel number 1640. They give you all the details about this right here. So I'm gonna eventually get another one. So
you gonna drink that one? Yeah.
I ain't gonna drink this one.
No, I'm talking about so you can drink the other one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna see if it's the same information on it. If it's the same information, I'm gonna be like, y'all bullshit niggas. I'm gonna drink both of them. But if it's different information, like, oh, this barrel was made on this day, I'm like, yo, that's like the scotch I got when I went to Mass and then I got that scotch.
Yeah.
A different barrel strength every time. Yeah. But yeah, I finally got it, man. I've been looking for this bottle for 6 years.
6 years?
6 years. It might have been longer than that. I'm trying to think when Matty J sent me that picture that he had this. And I was like, what is that? Is it good? He's like, yeah, nah, that's some good shit. I was like, all right, bet. But I'm going to say I've been looking for it since, for sure, COVID. So 5 years for sure. It might have been, I want to say 6 to 7 years I've been looking for that bottle to find it. I only been aggressively looking for it for maybe 4 years. So the prior years, I wasn't aggressively looking for it until I had it at Fat Boys, and then I was like, yo, I need this bottle. So yeah, I got it.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, man. Look. I felt like, a weight of the world was lifted off.
No, shut the fuck.
But you know what? In Austria, they might have had this bottle for cheap as shit. Like,
nah, hold up. Austria, what are they? They're beer.
Austria's beer and music.
Yeah,
Think about it. Over there, over on those other countries, a lot of it is really, especially in those countries, it's beer because they have the stuff to ferment.
No. You got champagne and certain parts too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not spirits. Like, not like Russia does vodka.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just picking up some Tito's. Some Tito's yesterday.
Yeah.
Got the grapefruit flavor shit. So that's why when you asked was I drinking, I was like, I want to. I just bought something. However, I haven't had a meal yet today.
Look. Speak to me. Wife came in the house and was like, "You gonna wash your dishes?" I was like, "You gonna wash yours?" She said, "Well, I only got 3." I said, "I only got 5. What's the problem?"
Jeez, yeah.
That's neither here nor there. But yes. Other countries are known for things like Panama's known for their rum. Like those Central American rum. A lot of those Caribbean places are known for their rum. Because when you ferment fruits, it's rum pretty much. That's why a lot of rum has such fruity flavors to it. Like, it's like, oh, it tastes sweet. Yeah, because it's fermented from fruit.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you what Scotch is fermented and all that else is fermented from, but I know rum for sure. I used to buy a lot of rum. Back in my Poe days, I used to get a lot of Bacardi.
Can't go wrong with that.
Hey,
you need the buzz.
Yeah, that hangover was killer.
Before we go, what is your advice for this young man? The biggest thing I can only ever explain to someone when it comes to stuff like that is you got to stand your ground. I mean, he said he ain't. He said if they gonna be like that, he ain't going.
Right. So you got to stand your ground, but then you also, you got to stand your ground, and you got to be willing to be like, okay, well, if she's gonna go by herself, okay, fine, bye. I might do a lot of
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
If she's going by herself, she ain't.
You kind of got to be at peace where it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna. Fine, bye. See you. Okay, I'm leaving. Okay, with no bag. See you. Peace. And she might have a good time. She might not. She might meet somebody over there. She might not. You never know. But you gotta be okay with what comes from it. Y'all both high earners, so that just means that she fuck around, she'll find out.
Yeah, but we would say like, yo, remember when you were saying like, yo, so I gotta keep money on the side just because she fuck up her money?
Mm-hmm.
That shit gets tiresome. And you damn sure don't want to be like, she's saying this egregious shit for Valentine's Day, and you like, I know I'm gonna have to buy something. I know I don't want to get set up like this. Like it's so in your face.
You're gonna have to put money aside to eat. You're gonna put money aside to do a lot of stuff. And when you and what gets tiring for a lot of guys, as we go through our relationships and marriages, is literally we gotta do this, and we have to think about how much money you're gonna have as you get into the second week of not being paid. You know what I'm saying? So you get paid this week, then you got your non-paid week. We gotta worry about what you're doing because now you done spent all your money doing this, and this, and we done saved it. Now we gotta spend our money on you too. And it's like, I get it. You see money, you want to spend money. You spend money before you get it, but that can't be your MO and be like, oh, you knew that was me when you married me. No, that you got to constantly work on yourself for stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to buy hood rat shit with my shit too, but if you doing that, we both can.
We both can. We just have to limit. We can't go full hood rat. Don't go full hood rat.
Nah. Look, think about it. Like me and my wife, we're going into a very healthy diet. You know how much healthy costs? A lot.
A lot.
A lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just spend my money on whatever I want and then I'll figure all the other shit out later. When it's time to get some food because we ain't got no food left in the house because we done ate all the healthy shit, who gonna get it if we both done spent all our money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just you can't. It's messed up for guys not being able to spend their money how they want to spend it because they got to worry about how their wife or significant other or however they dress them spends their money because they're not thinking about you when they spend their money. They're thinking about them. But when you spend your money, they want you to think about them and what you have, what has to go on in the house, and why do you spend your money that way when we should be questioning the same way. Like I don't know, you watch the Upshaws?
Nah, my wife watches it. I ain't really like, into that one.
So there's an episode in the Upshaws in the new season that just came out. And Benny got his investment back from his son. That he only gave him $500. And as soon as that money came in, guess what his wife said? Oh, he gave you the money back? Well, good. We can go do this. We got to get this. We got to get
He's
this.
like, this is my money that I already
invested that I got back. And that's the dilemma men have a lot of times is as soon as they get it, they trying to spend it. Let's say my cousin's shop, let's say I was like, you know what? Let's say I had a lot more money than what I had. Hey, fam, I'm gonna put in $30,000 into your business. He says, hey, here's your money back with interest. His $50K. Cool, bet. I told my wife, yeah. My cousin gave me my money back for the investment. It went interest free. In their head, as soon as you say the number, then we can do this to the house. We can do this.
Already had plans for it.
Already spending your money. It's like, whoa. You didn't put that 50K, that 30K in. You didn't make that money to do that. So no, this money is going back to me. And if I choose to do that with the money, then that's what I'll do with it. But it's not going to be you spend my money because now, you got it and I spent all mine, so now we can do this because I couldn't save enough money to do. No, we're not doing that. Why am I the only one saving money to do shit when really we should be saving money together to do shit? Like if we want to get a deck or a new kitchen or whatever, we need to be saying, okay, this is how much money we're going to put aside to do this. It shouldn't be that I got to do it or I invested in something, they give me my money back. Oh, good, now we can do that thing we've been talking about. Hold on, that's not what this is for. This is going back in my bank account because I was $30,000 short from putting the investment in. You know what I'm saying? So it just always baffles my mind of how people will always they want to spend your money when you get it. You get that advancement, or you get that little bump. But as soon as you ask them for shit, they like, oh wait, I'm broke. Oh, well, no, that's for me. Like I got that. Like that's for me. I invested that. That's for me. Like I'm gonna spend on what I want to spend. Like it's why you want to spend mine, but you ain't gonna let me spend yours. Like no, that's not how that works.
All right. So long story short, don't let her trick you out your money.
Don't let her trick you out your money, nigga.
But if you follow my advice, which is, what is my advice? Don't go. Don't even set yourself up for that headache. Even if it is legit, where she's probably not going to buy anything. That was just me being hyperbolic, just for the sake of it. But she's not going to buy anything. She actually wants to witness this. We all know, as men and relationships, your wife can be annoying. Do you really want to put yourself in a situation where you know she's probably going to be that way and it's going to be Valentine's Day, and they give a fuck about that? So it's going to be heightened. Don't do it to yourself, King.
Definitely don't do it to yourself. Shit.
On that note, or you will be doing it to yourself. On that note, we thank everybody for tuning in. We thank everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time.